me, Clare Baker, former Clutterholic, founder of clutterclearing.net, sending you a big hello from here in Banbury in the sunshine. Beginning of July, we've had good weather for a while now. Goodness only knows we deserve it after the long and deep and horrible winter that we had. I'm very much enjoying working from home at the moment. My tea breaks and my lunch breaks are sat in that chair there. That's my happy chair, where I can just sit and listen to the water fountain. You might be able to hear it. Watch the wildlife, all the birds coming, and just notice what's changed in the garden over the previous 24 hours. It really is coming into its own at the moment. It's hard to believe that the garden's only a couple of years old, but we've got strawberries, we've got raspberries, we've got the grapevines doing quite well on the rose arch there, a few bunches hopefully going to grow. I've got my cauliflower, my broccoli, we've had, I always want to call them hollyhocks. They're not hollyhocks, they're foxgloves. They went down really well with the bees and the butterflies in the lower part of the garden. So yeah, it's just a joy to be in it. Finding your happy place, whether it's in your mind, whether it's a memory, or whether it's an actual physical place like my garden is, I think is so important to deal with stress, especially if you are living with clutter. Where is your happy place? Find it, go there when you need to. So what's this big announcement? Well, I am finally doing what so many people have said I should do for many years. I am going to be writing a book. I'm going to be writing a book about my own clutter clearing journey experience. I have written a couple of books, as you probably know, the workbooks, which are very action focused, practical, what to do. But this is a book about my experiences, how I came to be a clutterholic and a borderline hoarder, the struggles that I had in terms of dealing with it, the challenges I faced, how I overcame them, and how my life has changed from clearing my clutter. Because we don't often focus on that, do we? Yes, I've got clutter, I want to clear it, that's all I'm focused on. But actually, sometimes the fear of the unknown, of life beyond being cluttered, can actually be quite scary. It's like an abyss. It's like we're at the top of a cliff, and yes, I will clear my clutter, but then, whoa, there's just a whole load of nothing there. And, you know, actually, although we don't like the clutter, it's almost safer to stay where we are than to move into an unknown space, as it were, metaphorically speaking. So the book is about my clutter clearing journey that is still ongoing. Yeah, so I'm quite excited. It's a challenge. Never written a book like this before. I kept a diary, a daily diary, when I was in South America in 1993 as part of my gap year. But actually writing a book is quite a challenge. I feel like I need to go and sit myself in a coffee shop like J.K. Rowling did. But I don't enjoy the prospect of trying to find a publisher to publish it. I know she got rejected many times before somebody accepted her script. So unless any of you watching are publishers and would like to publish a book about someone's clutter clearing journey, then I will probably have to go down the self-publishing route. But we'll worry about that once I've written it. Yeah, that fear of rejection. Again, so connected with our clutter, isn't it? Of putting yourself out there, writing your book, sharing my life story, and then having a publisher saying, no, it's not good enough, we're not going to publish it. It's a bit scary. I do have a client who has self-published herself, so I may pick her brains about how to go about it. But the intention is that I have written it by Christmas. That's my deadline, and I'm being accountable to that deadline by telling you about it now. I think that's realistic given everything else that is going on. My husband has a slip disc at the moment, so that's an added challenge to the already full to-do list. Yeah, not coping very well with it. He isn't. Yes, I think it's realistic to say that by Christmas I will have written the manuscript for it. Bearing in mind that we have our Success Club members. Now, they are about to go on their 6-week summer break. It's very exciting. It is going to be quite a challenge for them. 6 weeks without being accountable to me on a weekly basis for doing all of their daily check-ins and for maintaining. That's what we're trying to achieve over the summer holidays, is maintain. We don't want the clutter to grow back. But they've been so good at doing their weekly paperwork sessions, their weekly shopping challenges, their daily visual check-ins, their daily not sure check-ins. I'm confident that they are all going to be able to maintain over the summer, so that when we come back in September, we are starting from where we left off rather than having to deal with new clutter. They've become so good at finding alternative ways to fulfill desires, if you like. So rather than buying stuff, so many of them are getting really good at doing experiences instead. One lady, for example, she's joined the National Trust, and her reward each week is to go and see a new National Trust property each weekend. And she's thoroughly enjoying that, meeting some really interesting people as well. And suddenly she's realising that she doesn't need to own stuff to make happy memories. So she's filling the space that she's clearing with memories. And again, that's really good. Of course, over the summer, that's perfect time to do even more of that. And why not? She's got a lot to reward herself for because she's cleared an awful lot of clutter. So yes, so I'm confident that they will maintain. That also gives me 6 weeks to focus on mother-in-law, who we're still trying to move. Focus on my husband with his slip disc, but also have some quiet time in order to be able to write this book. So hold me to it. Check in with me. Make sure that I've written. I'm not going to be that typical clutterholic who says, right, I'm going to blitz it. I'm not going to write the whole of a book the week before Christmas. I have learnt enough over the last 17 years to know that that doesn't work. No, so I'm going to commit to doing, oh gosh, now, a chapter a week sounds a bit, maybe a chapter a fortnight. Maybe a chapter a fortnight. Yes. Okay. You heard it here first. I commit to writing 1 chapter per fortnight on my clutter clearing journey book. Oh dear. See, accountability, so important. Make it specific and share it with people, and I'm sharing it with you. All right, so I shall let you know how I'm getting on. In the meantime, enjoy your summer. Enjoy the weather if you are here in the UK. Enjoy Wimbledon. And I shall see you very soon. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.